do a capacity planning of a very renowned app known as Uber with the help of an AI assisted architecture exercise. So I have decided that I will split the part in the chunks so that it will be easy for you to understand what the Uber is and what are the problem is with the help of AI assisted and what measures can be taken to overcome that particular problem. So from here you can see that Uber is one of the world's largest hailing platform, operating more than 10,500 cities across 70 plus countries. Its process so is that the monthly active riders are 75 million estimation we have taken, active drivers 5 million plus, 15 million trips per day during the peak hours, and 600k trips per hour, means in 1 hour how many trips are booked and shipped. So these are the trafficking that are being conducted through the AI assisted architecture. So why we have taken Uber is that because it is a real world scale data publicly available from the engineering blocks or investor feeling, complex architecture, real time matching, geo indexing, payments, ETA prediction, and multiple business lines like ride hailings, Uber Eats, Freight, high read write demands, caching critical, multiple regions required. So so all these assumptions were established before asking AI based on the public data. So we have taken that the metric one divided into columns of metric value and sources. So the monthly active users are around 75 millions. Uber investor filling active drivers are around like 5 millions. Trips per day peak during of 15 minutes. Like this, we have taken the assumption before the AI or asking the that one. Now after the use of AI and its responses, now AI has changed the way how to look into this problem. So the monthly user is around 75 million estimated and daily active user DAO 25 million user. The peak trips slash per day is 15 million. Peak request per second was around 6,000 write requests. Database writes and storage writes all this. So this is almost correct. This is almost correct as per the data we have taken on the public data and we have used on the AI resources. So this validation is mostly correct. Now, what are the microservices decomposition? Microservices decomposition means that microservices are that the application is deployed into the chunks of, like if the front end is made in React, the backend may be made in the Python, like this. So microservices are that each services are independent of each other. So AI responses are that riding matching services matches driver with nearby drivers. Here what is that it uses gRPC. What it helps is that it helps to call one services to another services like a local function. And what more is done by gRPC is that it uses the multiplexing, lower latency, binary formatting, one request to multiple streams of responses, stream of responses to one responses, like this. So it helps very much like this. So for the communication purpose, the Uber uses gRPC for the synchronous call and Apache Kafka for async events. So the good service decomposition. So here one major point is been taken is that the missing API gateway and backend for front-end layer. Uber uses the gateway for rate limiting auth and protocol translation. Now we have to also take care during the capacity planning about the data size, like where the data are used, stored, and like that. So the size for the database for Uber is the how many RDS instances, what sorting strategy they are using. So with the help of the AI, we have taken this into consideration that the trip database is 8x or like this they are using like 256 GB RAM each. Writing capacity around 200k writes per second. For the user database, they are using like around 128 GB RAM each. For local data, they are storing into the Redis payment database. But according to the AI assistant, this validation is severely undercount because the real calculation is around 30k to 40k around writes per second is required. So with the help of that, if 35 into 8 like 280k writes per second, which covers only one trip table, but the location pings 5 drivers into one, so this is much is required. So AI completely ignored location time series database requirement, also undercounted user DB. Uber needs both read replicas and multi-region replication. So here this AI is not able to go through the problems that are occurring and how we can do the caching and the CDN. So AI responded with the help of like Redis cluster nodes, each time conducting 64 GB RAM use cases like this, and the CDN is using CloudFront for static assets like images, map title, JavaScript bundle, API caching. So with the help of the AI, it is reasonable. Redis sizing is appropriate. 50 into 64 like 3.2 TV total cache capacity is required. So CDN strategy is quite standard. Now the computing we have to also compute how much the data are being used. So AI responses, but here very much massive undercount is there. Like this, we have to also mention the cost estimation also. So for AS for breakdown by compute. So compute is around $3 to $4 per month. Database required like around $2 to 3 months like this. So here also AI suggested that underestimating missing significant components. AI omitted cross-region data transfer, MSK, Kafka, observability, S3 like this. So all these things are being under compliant from the AI. Now we have to also be ready while doing the capacity planning of something good app like Uber, that the disaster recovery and multi-region. Here the design said by the AI is that it is good high level designing, but AI make the RQ specifics specific and did address the challenges of real-time ride matching across regions. Uber uses a different approach, regional like this. So here what the AI concluded is that the error one is that the database instance count like severe undercount, like there are four columns like items in which AI said reality correction like trip database like this much AI said and need reality is what around three times more required location, writing capacity and sharding. AI treated, so this is the root cause. And for the Kubernetes pod count massive underestimate, cost underestimation. So there are three to four errors are there. So the correction made manually, correction on database architecture before AI trip database like this much was required. After manual, the database was changed to like 24/8 location, and in the compute architecture before AI, without the help of AI, 500 pods like 50 nodes are required. After manual, 15,000 like this much is being required. So all this is done after this. So the final architecture of this design is that the mobile web go through the API gateway, then the per client adapter service map, then the gRPC sync services, then the database stream. That's how the services flows. So this is the final capacity number. There are metrics and value. Peak request per second was 75k request per second. Write matching database, like all these are things are written. So we have to take care is that the AI is a very good thing, but not a replacement for engineering judgment. The number AI gives you are possible sounding guesses, not the fact. Your job as an architect is to validate, correct, and own every number that goes into a design. So, a good engineer or a good developer who is working as a team or a member should always be able to understand what the AI gives you, and you should validate it. Neither you should follow blindly that what the AI has given is correct is only. So you need to focus on how to validate, how to check for the bugs and the error. So same here I have created the Uber capacity planning, which so that there are we have given AI prompt 7 and it has shown 3 mistakes, correction applied 5. So this is how the way, like scale assumption, real world ballpark, 75 monthly user active riders, 5 million active drivers, like this. It is the public report or Uber blog post and annual free. And after the process of AI prompts and responses that we have used during the ChatGPT 40 and Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So they are given these that there are multiple errors also are coming, and there are good things also. So it has shown that where AI was wrong. So how the corrections has been made. AI original was this and the corrected manual was this. So the final architecture is looking like this. Now the final capacity planning numbers are looking like this. So what the learning outcomes of this happened was where AI excelled was that generating consistent architecture patterns suggesting appropriate AWS services, like it is good for brainstorming partner and can speed initial draft 10 times more. But it fails where the numbers are often hallucinated, like pods, DB instances, ignores hidden components like this. So the final verdict is that only is that it is good that we should take the help of AI for all these things, but a good engineer or member working in a team should always be able to figure out what is the code is written and how the things are working and able to fix it and see the bugs and validate the numbers. So this is all from this video. Hope you have enjoyed this. So I am new to this, so I am learning and delivering what I have learned. So if there is any mistake, you can comment down there, and hope you have enjoyed this video. Give it a like and thank you. And I am wrapping this session.